Hey guys, Marsing here, bringing on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan battle video, and so we are going to jump in and do the God Trunks burst mode. Now, annoyingly, with the way the missions are set up for this, the categories are Dragon Ball Heroes and Crossover. However, the mission is you have to beat the burst mode with that condition selected. So, what's annoying is if you do the Heroes one first, which is what we're going to do, you will have already beaten it with a full crossover team. But you don't complete the mission unless you have this selected. So obviously there's a few extra options for crossover, but the easiest way to do it is probably just to use the full heroes team. So, but yeah, burst mode, they've been making these a lot easier lately. We talked about this in the last few videos. I like the fact that they've made this one a bit more interesting. Rather than having only one or two specific types, you've got a thing, only a team that includes one character of each super or extreme type, which is quite interesting. And then obviously we have the team cost one, all the normal status effect ones, damage reduction. Starting from phase 3, the enemy's attack and defense is raised by 60% of each turn past up to 300. Not giving them any of the optional attack. Bare minimum attack buff from here. Only had to give him the very lowest defense buff, because we get some decent points from reduced damage lower than 100,000 to 0. Type disadvantage orbs hurt you, allies key -3, and then of course you get a lot of points from the support items are not allowed and support memories are not allowed. And I mean, realistically, I could just do this as well, and then I'm not going to struggle for key at all. This is literally just for the purposes of getting the 6,000 points. But I mentioned it before in like these last few burst modes, but we do like to have a bit of friendly competition in the Discord. So join the Discord if you want to try and set as high a score as possible. Yeah, see Anto in the chat already saying, I'll make sure to get 6,010 and then post it in the Discord. But yeah, like, they've made it a lot easier to get to 6,000, which is cool because it's very easy to just get the missions done and then be done if that's all you want to do. But if you do want to try and get a higher score, it's a lot easier to get higher scores now because it's easier to get like even just the 6,000. In some of the earlier burst modes where it was harder to get like the 6,000, then setting a higher score than that was obviously a lot more difficult. Whereas in some of these recent burst modes, we've had like people getting scores of like 8,000, 9,000. Like, it's been pretty fun. So do join the Discord. I mean, feel free to join the Discord anyway. Join the community. The link is in the down below. Whether you want to post burst mode high scores or not. But if you are in there, you'll see some of those get posted over the next couple of days, I'm sure. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, right? Because at the end of the day, it's just a Dokkan event. So even with the slightly higher stats, it's not going to be super difficult. And of course, we gave him 50% extra attack, which means oh, good. Type disadvantage orbs for you. 50% extra attack is not much when it's a Dokkan event, which isn't going to be hitting that hard anyway. So the last few of these burst modes have been quite easy, but I think like Trunks' Dokkan event is not that difficult anyway. I mean, we are literally just one-shotting the two phases. I might actually just end this video, depending on how quickly we do this. If we do just beat this incredibly fast, I might just jump back in with set some of the higher modifiers. And the funny thing is, like I say, you can literally just go back into the menu, select crossover, turn off all the other multipliers, because remember, you only need to beat the actual mission to beat it with a crossover team. But yeah, if you want to get an actual high score, the easiest way is obviously going to be with the Heroes team, because Heroes gives more points than Crossover. Which I think is interesting, because Crossover, I guess you do have all the Heroes units plus more, but it's not like there's, you know, tons of Crossover units that would be super, super good and just throw them on the team and make this like 10 times easier. It probably is just best, like, easiest to do it with a Heroes team anyway. 12.5. And the funny thing is, if we do the crossover one, like normally I do these burst mode things where I get 6,000 points for both. So if I change it to crossover, the overall score goes down because crossover it gives less points. So then all I have to do is put some more modifiers on, get it up to 6k, just use the heroes team again, and then we know that team can beat the event with those modifiers on. So then when we go back in and put heroes back on, the amount of points then goes up. And that's a very easily achievable, like, new high score. But yeah, we'll take a look at the modifiers here for crossover, because literally that took me, like, even with the intro, that took like 5 minutes. 3 minutes to do the stage. So we go ahead and put crossover on. So we lose out on quite a few points, 700 points. So we can give 200% attack and defense. We can put the allies, because we took the key down, we can put that back on. 5,600. I mean, we were one-shotting the first couple of phases, so we can add some defense. Don't want to go too crazy, though. Where's the 160? Because that adds another 50 points. The attack ones don't go up, like, super quick either, really. Crossover one's definitely a bit more difficult. Because, yeah, now you've got a lot more... You've got to make up a lot more points. So this one will be a fair bit harder. Although we didn't give them any extra HP. So 1,500% is a lot. So to be fair, I think we could probably... Yeah, we can put the attack. We can just put everything down. Giving them extra HP. Put everything down. Attack, defense. Don't think we even need that on now, do we? No. So yeah, take off the extra and take that off as well. So it's just allies key -2. And then do that.
All right, let's do this.
So really all we've really done from the last run is we've changed the key from -1 to -2 and then put on the extra HP. So each boss has a lot of extra HP now. Like 1,500%, that's a lot. Like where we talk about, like when we see passives and stuff, we're talking about like 100% and things like that. But that means if the boss had 1,000,000 HP, and then you add 1,500%, the boss now has 16 million HP. So it's quite a significant increase. Oh, no super for Fu. But yeah, these banners are interesting. If you're someone who's got a lot of coins, these banners are interesting, but they are just massive bait. Like Beast and Broly come back for the anniversary, and the anniversary banners will have not only them, but the worldwide units and the new 10th anniversary units, who will almost undoubtedly be the best units in the game. So they are just full-on definition bait banners. So it's cool that we get some free tickets. If you're someone who spends, obviously there's some more stones and there's purchasable tickets. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend most people summon on these banners. Even like the carnival banners, like Gogeta and the Gammas will be back for the anniversary as well. It's funny that Omega's back for the first time in like 9 to 10 months, whatever it is. But even he's not really worth it. Like, I say even he's not worth it as if like there was any question, because he's locked to being on GT bosses and that team sucks. Yeah, I got Beast Gohan with the tickets with just Yamcha flying in. I think I've said before, it's happened on streams before, but the number of times I've had just Yamcha and Goku and then actually pulled like the new unit. Like no combo, no special animation. Like I think I literally like Yamcha and Goku and then like Super Saiyan 2 and pulled the new unit. It's crazy. Cell Max is cool, and I was saying before, like it's a lot harder to get yellow coins now because these yellow coin banners are all have like pity now, so a lot of people will just summon If you do pull him straight away, then obviously you exchange the pity coins, you get a few yellow coins. But if you have to go all the way to the pity, at least you know you're getting the unit, you've got that guaranteed copy, but you trade in all the coins to get him, so then you don't get any yellow coins. So even though you just spent like 1,000 stones on a yellow coin banner, you don't get any yellow coins. Which is something I didn't really think about until now, because the pity system helps you get that unit that's just come out. But then, if that does happen, you don't get any yellow coins, so you don't then have a way to get some of these older LRs. So yeah, Sale Max being on the Carnival banner, a lot of the time I would say Carnival coins should just be saved for Carnival exclusive LRs, because they're the only coins you can use to get them. But I guess nowadays it is a lot harder to get the yellow ones, so I don't know. Sale Max obviously is still very good. I suppose it really doesn't matter who's in which slot here. But yeah, even them having the extra like HP doesn't really make a huge amount of difference. $17 million for Neki Harbor. But yeah, setting the full high score for this team is going to be fun. It's interesting though, like, because you like having the restriction of having to have a character of each typing does mean that there are some combos that I would use if I was going to build like the most optimal heroes team that you wouldn't necessarily be able to use. But yeah, going for the like super high score run will be fun. So let me know if you guys have already done a high score run, like going for a higher score than just the 6,000. Let me know what you got down below in the comments. Full Power Rosé. How have I... Oh, I floated off Aos. Yeah, I should have kept Aos on this rotation to be the slot 1 unit. Need to float you off because I floated off the other Rosé. 6,030. Beast score, let's go. Yeah, it's one of those things, I think going for like a high score on burst mode is just fun, like when you've not got anything else like major to do in the game. And when there's loads of stuff to do, I wouldn't prioritize like going for a high score in burst mode. But when you're just chilling and you've done all the other content, it's like, well, I'll jump on and see if I can get a high score in this while I'm doing something else. Like I might be watching something or editing, doing thumbnail stuff, whatever. And then it's just like, yeah, even though the run will take way longer that way. That's why I've had burst mode screenshots where it takes like 2 hours. And it's because I've just not really been playing it like full on. But yeah, Tech Demigra are getting 24 million. And yeah, it's only 12 stamina, yeah. So it's not like you are rinsing through your stamina by having multiple attempts. Mickey Carver at 26 mil. Getting those crits, you love to see it. Aos, insane damage. Yeah, I don't really want Rosé in slot 1, but how relevant is Beast Cell and the Gammas in the current meta? I mean, Beast is still insane. Cell Max is still good, but it's interesting because of his like passive and the enemies and the units that he requires on the rotation with him. But he's still very good. Alright, so last phase against Trunks now. Because yeah, what we should be doing is keeping Eos on the other rotation and just floating both the Rosés. Does he seal in this event? No. Good old Dokkan events. If this was one of the actual difficult events, he would seal, because his actual card seals. But yes, I mean, this one takes a little bit longer. That's the thing. Giving them a lot of extra HP obviously just means it takes a bit longer to kill them. But we haven't really had a huge level of difficulty here. I mean, the Heroes team, even using this restriction of having to use an extreme unit of each typing, like the units that we're using are all good. It's a shame Full Power Rosé's additional like restriction thing isn't just any kind of like Super Saiyan God and doesn't just have to be blue. Although he ended up getting the the best RNG turn without a blue Super Saiyan blue enemy anyway. We're ready for the absolute devastating power of the Eos Dokkan attack.
Time to get serious.
What's our attack stat here? 5.7 million. Let's go. Let's hit all the nodes here. We'd see her do some crazy damage. Fu at the 10-0 mark. There we go, get those crits. So what if I clicked all the buttons already? I mean, yeah, the only thing you can really do to get a higher score once you start getting to those like real high scores is just adding the 10 points at a time to give the enemy extra attack. Because that's one of the funniest modifiers, is when you compare how many of the points some of the other ones give, and then there's one where you're giving the enemy, like, is it 100% at a time extra attack, which is a lot, like doubling how much damage they do for 10 extra points. So for 20 extra points, it's another like 200%, and then 300% for 30. Like, that's an insane actual modifier to what the enemy is doing for a very small amount of points. Oh, look, we got the power level boost for the the medals for God Trunks. Let's go. Well, there you go. So 6,000 points with Heroes and Crossover. So that's all the missions done. It's very silly that you can't just do them all in one go, because you actually have to select the... you actually have to select the crossover thing. But if we go back in and just switch over to Heroes, we could just do that exact same run again as is, and then that's already a 6,710 point run, and we already know that team can beat it with those modifiers on because we literally just did it. So yeah, let me know how you guys get on. If you go for a high score, let us know what it is. You can let me know in the comments, or obviously go post a screenshot over in the Discord. Let's see who can get the highest score. But yeah, nice and easy. If you just want the 6,000 points, very doable. So let me know how you guys get on down below in the comments section. So that's going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Masked Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out all the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.